From the moment you realized you were different from others, the battles began to emerge from all sides. These were not ordinary battles but attacks aimed directly at your essence, as if an invisible force had identified your light and decided to extinguish it. Chosen One, you are at the center of a game that transcends the physical and the visible. A game where your failure is the greatest victory for those plotting against you. But what may not yet be clear is that the target is not just what you do or build. They want your essence, your connection to something greater. Because as long as you stand, you threaten everything they believe to be unchangeable. And that, for them, is unbearable. There is a spiritual chessboard where forces of light and darkness silently clash, and you are a vital piece in this conflict. Your light is an anomaly in this shadowed world, a spark that threatens to ignite what has been kept in the dark for ages. You did not ask to be in this game, yet here you are, strategically positioned, not just to endure but to prevail. Your opponents, however, often do not even realize they are part of this greater battle. They are pawns of a force operating beyond the tangible, manipulated by the desire to neutralize what they cannot comprehend. And still, every step you take toward your purpose destabilizes them because you do not play by the same rules. These forces have their strategies, and they know how to strike where it hurts the most. The attacks do not only come from the outside but infiltrate the innermost layers of your being. They question your identity, manipulate your emotions, and plant doubts that grow like weeds in your mind. When you feel isolated or weakened, know that it is no coincidence. It is a tactic. They attempt to dim your light by weakening your connection to the divine truth within you. With every stumble, they feed on the belief that, if they can make you give up, they will have won. But what they underestimate is your ability to rise even stronger. Their purpose is clear: they want you to fail because they believe your downfall will bring a false sense of balance. But what they ignore is that your essence cannot be defeated. You are a bridge between the divine and the earthly, a force that is not limited to material or fleeting achievements. Your true victory is not just to survive but to transcend, to prove that light will always find a way, even in the densest darkness. Every blow you withstand is a powerful message, not only to your enemies but to all those who have yet to awaken. The light cannot be extinguished. The irony is that their vengeance will never be satisfied because it is not about you but about the emptiness they carry. Every attempt at destruction is an effort to silence the flaws your light exposes. They believe that if you fail, they might find peace, but what happens is quite the opposite. Your existence forces them to confront the darkest parts of themselves. And this is the greatest testament to the power you carry. Your presence is so transformative that, no matter how much they try to erase it, you remain like a beacon in the storm. The weight of the assaults you face runs deeper than many can perceive. Every look of disdain, every word that tries to discredit you, is a fragment of a larger attempt to destabilize your inner strength. Chosen One, you are not merely dealing with people who wish you harm but with forces that feed on your doubt and exhaustion. They use those around you as tools, provoking situations that test your patience, your faith, and your determination. This happens because your light is not only a direct threat to them but also a constant reminder of the power they have chosen to deny themselves. When they look at you, everything they avoid confronting within themselves surfaces with intensity, fueling their obsession with seeing you fall. But the real trap lies in the subtleties. It is not always a direct or evident attack. Sometimes, it is a disguised opportunity, an offer that seems to be what you always wanted but deep down carries the seeds of distraction or destruction. These forces know how to play with your ambitions, offering shortcuts that steer you away from your spiritual journey. They try to convince you that your dreams are unattainable without compromising who you truly are. And this is where your intuition becomes your greatest ally. By listening to that inner voice that discerns what is genuine from manipulation, you strengthen yourself against the tricks of the game. Chosen One, you are not alone in this battle. Although the feeling of isolation often prevails, there are others like you, facing similar challenges, resisting the same game. This is why connecting with other souls who understand your journey is crucial. These bonds not only strengthen your faith but also create a network of spiritual protection. Together, you share wisdom, encouragement, and a collective strength that transcends the individual. Every word of support, every act of kindness, acts as an invisible shield against the attacks aimed at weakening you. And the more you connect with those who share your purpose, the harder it becomes for these forces to break your resolve. However, do not underestimate the power of your own mind. Many of the battles you face begin within, in the doubts and fears that try to take root. The forces that wish for your downfall know this, which is why their attacks are so insidious. They try to convince you that you are not enough, that your light is not strong enough to confront the darkness. But the truth is that every time you choose to believe in yourself, even when everything around you suggests otherwise, you disarm these attempts. Your strength lies in the unwavering faith you have, not just in something greater but in your own ability to overcome. The greatest lesson you can learn in this game is that failure does not define the chosen one. On the contrary, it is in moments of downfall that the depth of your resilience is revealed. When you rise after being knocked down, something changes not only within you but also in the very balance of the forces surrounding you. Every time you choose to rise again, you send a powerful message: your light cannot be extinguished. This not only frustrates those who plot against you but also inspires others to do the same. Your journey is a living testament that failure is merely a stepping stone on the path to true spiritual victory. You must understand that as long as you are on the board of this spiritual game, opposing forces will not stop trying to manipulate you. They will do everything to make you question your own path. These forces do not limit themselves to the obvious but attack with complexity, infiltrating the details of your life. It could be in a seemingly simple decision or an innocent comment that plants the seed of doubt. They operate with precision because they know the mind of a chosen one is the most fertile ground. Doubt, to them, is like a virus that, if left unchecked, spreads and takes over your perception. However, what they can never anticipate is the immeasurable strength that resides in your essence, which is fueled by unshakable faith and purpose. There are no limits to the ways these forces will try to pull you down. They take advantage of moments of vulnerability, of your human weaknesses, and amplify them to convince you that you are alone and defenseless. They may come in the form of toxic relationships that drain your energy, unfair criticism that makes you question your worth, or even seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Chosen one, it is important to remember that these challenges are not a reflection of your failure but rather of the magnitude of your light. The level of resistance you face is a direct measure of the impact your mission has on the spiritual balance. The greater the attack, the clearer the sign that you are on the right path. Chosen one, what few understand is that your struggle is not only about resisting external attacks but also about protecting your inner connection with the divine. This connection is what makes you unbreakable, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. The forces working against you know that if they can sever this connection, they stand a chance at victory. That is why so many of their assaults come disguised as internal issues, such as anxiety, extreme exhaustion, or a sense of purposelessness. These emotions are used as weapons, but the truth is that when you turn inward, you find a fortress that is untouchable. Your soul is anchored in something far greater than any attack can reach. Have you noticed how your victories unsettle others? It is not just envy but something much deeper. Each of your achievements is a reminder that the limitations these forces have placed upon themselves are not real. Your light exposes lies they have believed for so long that they have become part of their identities. This causes such deep unrest that the only response they can muster is to attack. But here lies the irony: the more they try to bring you down, the stronger you become. The resistance you face is like a weight that, when lifted repeatedly, strengthens your spiritual muscles. Every obstacle is a disguised opportunity for growth, and this is something these forces will never understand. In the end, the truth is that you are not fighting only for yourself. Your journey is a flame that illuminates the path for others who are also lost in the same game. Every time you refuse to yield, you not only defeat the opposing forces but also inspire others to do the same. Your resilience creates a ripple effect that reaches far beyond you, touching hearts you may never meet in person. This is the true power of a chosen one, not merely to survive but to transcend, to transform pain into purpose, and to use every challenge as fuel for something much greater. And this is precisely why they will never give up, because your victory is not just yours, it is a revolution against the darkness. Your strength lies in something your adversaries will never understand: the ability to transform adversity into learning and evolution. While they strive to destroy you, you find a way to grow even more, to delve deeper into your essence and emerge stronger. This ability is not something that can be learned or developed in the usual way. It is a gift that accompanies your divine mission. And this is exactly what destabilizes them. To them, every blow should be the end, but for you, it is merely a turning point. Every attempt to extinguish you becomes a spark to reignite your flame. This is the dynamic that confounds your enemies, the impossibility of predicting how you will find strength in the most difficult situations. Before continuing, if you feel that your journey as a chosen one is often lonely and challenging, our ebook is the practical guide you need to navigate these obstacles. Discover how to face the challenges of being a chosen one and how to connect with your higher mission. Additionally, by purchasing the ebook, you gain exclusive access to our Discord community, where other chosen ones share experiences and support one another in a welcoming and secure environment. Check the link in the pinned comment and start transforming your journey now with others aligned with the same purpose. It is essential that you understand the difference between resistance and resilience. Resistance is standing firm, but resilience goes further. It is the ability to adapt and grow through challenges. You not only remain standing but find ways to reinvent yourself even when all seems lost. This ability is uncommon, and that is precisely why so many feel threatened by your presence. They live in a cycle of self-pity and conformity, while you refuse to be defined by circumstances. Every choice you make to keep going, to fight, and to believe is like a cry of spiritual freedom that echoes in their hearts, forcing them to face a truth they prefer to ignore. They too could break free, but they choose not to. But the path is not easy, and you know it. There are moments when the weight of expectations, battles, and losses feels unbearable. You wonder why you were chosen for this mission, why you must carry this burden while others seem to live carefree lives. These thoughts are normal because your journey is not ordinary. You are here to transcend, not to live a life of conformity. And this transcendence requires you to face not only external challenges but also internal ones. It is in the moments of greatest difficulty that your faith is tested, not only in something greater but in yourself. Choosing to continue, even when everything seems against you, is what defines your true strength. It is important to remember that you are not alone on this journey. Although the battles may feel solitary, there is an invisible community of other chosen ones who share the same pains, challenges, and victories. They may not be physically by your side, but their energies are connected, forming a spiritual network that supports you in the darkest moments. When you feel you cannot go on, remember that every step you take strengthens not only yourself but everyone linked to this mission. Your strength is an anchor point for others still finding their way. This interconnectedness is one of the reasons why your struggles are so significant. Your victory is not only yours, it reverberates throughout this network of souls. Meanwhile, those who wish for your downfall continue to watch, waiting for signs of weakness. They confuse moments of pause with surrender but fail to understand that, for a chosen one, these moments are of renewal. They do not realize that every silence of yours is preparation for an even stronger return. Your strength lies not only in action but in patience, in the ability to wait for the right moment to advance. They underestimate your connection with the divine, which guides you even when the path seems uncertain. And that is what confounds them, because no matter how hard they try, they can never predict your next move. You are a force that cannot be contained, and that is precisely why they will never stop trying to bring you down. What you need to understand is that the opposing forces operate on fear. Their fear is not of you as a person but of what you represent. Your light is a direct threat to the structures they have built to keep others in submission and darkness. They fear your ability to inspire, to guide, to break patterns. Every step you take toward your mission is a blow to what they consider unshakable. But here is where the dynamic gets interesting. As you continue to grow, they become more desperate because they realize they cannot contain the divine essence operating within you. And yet, in their attempts to halt your progress, they inadvertently strengthen your determination. That is why the forces that attack you never operate predictably. They adapt, change strategies, and try different approaches to find a breach in your defense. Sometimes, they use those closest to you, manipulating their words and actions to hit you where it hurts the most. Other times, unexpected circumstances arise to divert your focus. But what they fail to comprehend is that, for a chosen one, every obstacle is a lesson. Every moment of difficulty is an opportunity to grow, to become even stronger. You are not merely surviving these attacks, you are becoming unbreakable, a force that not only endures but thrives amidst adversity. The most powerful lesson you can take from these experiences is that your light is a direct reflection of the divine. It is not something that can be extinguished by human hands or dark forces. No matter how hard they try, they cannot comprehend the power operating within you because it is something beyond earthly understanding. They only see the exterior, but it is what is within you that destabilizes them. Your connection with the divine is like an anchor that keeps you steady, even when the storms are intense. And, chosen one, it is this connection that you must protect above all else. It is the source of your strength, your courage, and your ability to turn the impossible into reality. But protecting this connection is not easy. It requires discipline, focus, and, above all, trust in yourself. You will be constantly tested, not only by external forces but by your own doubts and fears. These tests are not meant to break you but to shape you. Every challenge is an opportunity to prove, to yourself and the universe, that you are worthy of the mission entrusted to you. You are not called to live an ordinary life but an existence that transcends the mundane. And this requires you to be willing to face discomfort, to accept that growth often comes through pain. But it is this willingness that sets you apart from those who remain trapped in darkness. It is important to remember that, in the grand scheme of the spiritual game, your victory is not just over those who wish for your downfall. Your victory is over the very limitations the world has tried to impose on you. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you challenge not only your enemies but also the narratives that said you were not capable. Your journey is a living testament that light always prevails, even in the most difficult circumstances. And that is precisely why they keep trying. Because, deep down, they know that as long as you stand, there is hope for all who seek the light. And that hope is something the darkness can never extinguish. Chosen one, there is something you need to deeply ingrain in your mind. Every attack you face is an acknowledgement of your impact. They wouldn't expend so much energy on you if you weren't a threat to the system they seek to uphold. This means that even in the moments when you feel like you're failing, you're actually fulfilling your role. The enemy attacks what it fears, and you are a reflection of what they cannot control. This realization, while powerful, carries weight. Knowing that your journey is so significant requires you to stay vigilant, aware that these battles are no mere coincidences. They are part of a greater strategy to destabilize what you represent, the possibility of transformation and freedom. When you look back on the path you've traveled, you can see that the greatest lessons came from moments of deepest pain. Not because you deserve to suffer, but because those moments forced you to delve into yourself and uncover strengths you didn't even know you had. Your resilience isn't just a trait but a divine tool cultivated in every hardship you've endured. Those who plot against you underestimate how these experiences have shaped your essence. They see only the exterior, but it is your interior that holds the true power. And that's why, despite all the attacks, you continue to rise, stronger and wiser than before. They will never understand that, in trying to destroy you, they have only contributed to your evolution. The great secret is that your victory has never been solely about achieving something external but about preserving your essence. They try to make you believe that success is measured by material standards, but the true triumph lies in staying true to who you are, regardless of circumstances. This doesn't mean you should give up on your dreams and goals, but rather that they should be an extension of your authenticity, not a mask to please others. Each time you choose to follow your truth, you send a powerful message, not only to those who watch but to the universe itself. And this choice, repeated daily, is what keeps you aligned with your higher purpose. The greatest irony is that those who plot against you are, in many ways, mirrors of what you might have been had you chosen the path of conformity. They see in you a version of themselves they decided to abandon, and this stirs a mix of envy and frustration within them. They don't attack you solely because they fear you, but because, on a deeper level, you remind them of the potential they denied themselves. And rather than confront their own choices, they project that pain onto you. But what they fail to realize is that, in doing so, they only strengthen your determination. Because your mission is not to prove anything to them, but to continue being the light that illuminates the path for those ready to see it. Despite all this, it is important to remember that your mission is not about perfection. Being chosen does not mean you never falter, doubt, or feel fear. On the contrary, it is through these experiences that you become more human and, at the same time, more connected to the divine. What sets you apart is your constant choice to rise again, to keep going even when everything seems against you. This choice defines your journey and confounds those who try to bring you down. They expect you to give up, to succumb to the weight of circumstances, but you are made of an essence that transcends earthly understanding. And that is precisely what makes you unbeatable. Chosen one, while they continue waiting for your failure, what they fail to understand is that the true victory was already achieved the moment you chose not to give up. Every step you take, even when filled with doubts and fears, is a proclamation of your inner strength. They expect your resistance to be finite, for you to break under pressure, but what they don't comprehend is that your essence is fueled by something eternal. Your connection to the divine is not a resource that depletes, but an infinite source that strengthens you with every challenge overcome. The great irony is that while they try to weaken you, you become more resilient, wiser, and more prepared for the next step in your journey. The impact of your journey extends beyond what you can imagine. Every battle you face, every victory you achieve, resonates in dimensions beyond human comprehension. You are not merely living your own story, you are contributing to a greater purpose that encompasses all souls connected to the light. This impact is something your enemies can never contain. They may try to divert your focus, create obstacles, and sow doubt, but they cannot stop the wave of transformation you have set in motion. Your life is living proof that darkness can never prevail when confronted with light, and this truth haunts them. Because deep down, they know that your victory is inevitable. As you move forward, you will notice that the attacks change form. They become subtler, more strategic, because the opposing forces know that direct assaults no longer shake you. They will try to undermine your confidence, planting seeds of doubt about your purpose, your mission, and even your connection to the divine. But you are no longer at the beginning of this journey. You have faced and overcome enough challenges to know that these voices do not reflect the truth. Each time you silence these doubts with your faith and determination, you reinforce your position as an unshakable force. And this is precisely what destabilizes your enemies, for they cannot understand how you keep moving forward against all odds. It is at this point that you begin to understand the true power of being chosen. It is not merely about resisting or surviving, but about transforming. Transforming pain into purpose, failure into learning, and battles into spiritual victories. This power lies not only in your ability to overcome, but in your capacity to inspire others to do the same. Each time you refuse to yield, you become a living example of what is possible when aligned with something greater. And that is why, even amidst storms, you remain unshaken. Because deep down, you know that your mission is far greater than any obstacle that may arise on your path. Chosen one, as they continue waiting for your downfall, you keep growing in strength, in wisdom, in purpose. Every attack you face is an opportunity to refine your essence, to connect even more deeply with your mission. You were not called to live an easy life, but a meaningful one. And that meaning comes with challenges, yes, but also with rewards that go beyond what the world can offer. You are a light in the midst of darkness, a force that cannot be contained, and that is precisely what unsettles them. Because while they remain trapped in cycles of destruction, you are building something eternal. And that is the greatest victory you could achieve. Chosen one, as you draw closer to your true essence, you'll realize that the spiritual game was never about completely defeating you. It is about slowing your progress, distracting your attention, and attempting to undermine your connection to the divine purpose. These attacks are intense because you are drawing nearer to fulfilling the very thing you were called to do. The greater the resistance, the clearer the confirmation that you are aligned with something powerful. Do not view these challenges as signs of failure but as evidence that your light is so impactful that greater forces worry about extinguishing it. And remember, every obstacle is an opportunity to strengthen your faith, your courage, and your determination. The journey you walk is a dance between light and shadow, where every move you make has the potential to shift the spiritual balance. You are not merely surviving, you are shaping the path for others to follow. Every decision you make, every step you take, sends a message to the universe that light will always find a way, no matter how dense the darkness. This is why, even when the attacks seem relentless, you keep moving forward. Because your mission is far greater than yourself. It is a crucial piece of a divine plan that transcends your understanding. And it is precisely this magnitude that makes you such a significant threat to those who seek to disrupt your progress. Despite this, it is natural to feel weary at times. The weight of the battles can feel overwhelming, and the temptation to give up can be alluring. But chosen one, it is in these moments that you discover the true extent of your strength. It is not about never wavering but about always finding a reason to continue. Your light does not depend on perfection but on persistence. Every small victory, every choice to keep moving forward, reinforces the message that you are unbreakable. And this message is not just for you but for everyone watching your journey, whether with admiration or envy. Your resilience is a beacon that guides others, showing that even in the fiercest storms, one can emerge stronger. In the grand scheme of things, your presence here is no coincidence. You were called for this time, for this moment, because the world needs your light. Every battle you face, every challenge you overcome, contributes to a greater purpose. The forces that try to stop you know this, and that is why they are so relentless. But what they fail to understand is that your strength does not come solely from you but from something far greater. Your connection to the divine is what makes you invincible, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. And while they continue trying to extinguish your flame, you transform it into a blaze that lights up everything around you. And so, you press on, not because it is easy but because you know your mission is non-negotiable. Every step you take is an act of courage, a testament to the fact that light will always prevail. Your enemies may never stop trying to bring you down, but that only reinforces how powerful you are. They know, even if they won't admit it, that your victory is inevitable. And as you continue advancing, they will be forced to confront the truth: you cannot be defeated because your strength comes from a source that is eternal and infinite. You are living proof that light not only endures but thrives, turning every attempt at destruction into an opportunity for rebirth. Chosen one, your journey is not just a testament of strength but a living reminder that light is indomitable. While the world tries to silence your essence, you rise like a beacon, showing that true victory lies not in the absence of challenges but in the ability to overcome them. Your mission is not yours alone, it is part of a greater plan that connects all those who seek truth, transformation, and spiritual freedom. And even when they don't stop trying, your resilience is the ultimate answer, proving that light always finds a way to shine. If this message resonated with you and inspired your journey, click the like button below to support this work and help it reach more souls who need to hear it. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss future videos that will strengthen your path. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Leave a comment about how this message resonated with you. Your experience can inspire other chosen ones. I also want to remind you to check the pinned comment if you've been feeling lost or misunderstood as a chosen one. Our ebook could be the key to unlocking your true potential, and with exclusive access to our Discord community, you'll be able to recognize the signs of your mission and integrate your talents into everyday life with the support of other chosen ones in a welcoming space where you can share your experiences without judgment. Additionally, gain access to unique, exclusive content today. If you want to support this work even further and enable the creation of more content like this, consider contributing through Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the description. Your help is essential to keep this mission alive. And before you go, don't miss the video appearing on your screen now or explore the special playlist on the secrets of the chosen ones. These resources are designed to expand your understanding and strengthen your connection to the divine. Remember, you are stronger than you believe, more resilient than you seem, and you carry within you a light that no one can extinguish. Keep moving forward, chosen one, because the world needs your shine. See you in the next video.